Hello everyone, let's resume our topic about some Go tricks, and then let's look at this corner. It's a very simple Joseki. Everyone who play game of Go can just know that, know this Joseki. Oh, sorry. Need to crawl here and the white jump. But sometimes there are some trick, especially for some new beginners, they will just play this move to hand here. And I do not like this kind of move. Firstly, you cannot expect your opponent to give in like that, like this. Now the black's influence is much more stronger while the white's move point is really limited. So the white must do something now. And here I have my recommendation. Here that is a little strange because my recommendation is not AI's recommendation, but here I really recommend you to stand here. And if you watch, I know that many YouTubers or some other videos have shown that their recommendation is not this move, while I really recommend you to play here. Why? Firstly, if your opponent block, because I know that if someone who can play this kind of move like Ken here, that's really a bad move. He will continue to play some bad moves. That's for certain sometimes. Because I don't know how to explain this, but that's that. Many of my players I played, if they can play this kind of move like Ken here, they will block here. And that is what we are expecting. You just need to cut, and your opponent has broken down. If he have to stretch here, you can just hand. These 3 black stones has been dead. Nothing useful to attachment here because I can just wedge. That's quite easy now. So actually the right move is to connect here and then the white turn here. And why the AI think that is not good for white? Because in this corner, although these 3 white stones has connected with this one, the connection is not perfect. The next move, if the black play here, attachment here, and there is some serious problem immediately in this corner, and for many players, the white need to go here, and we can find that the black has blocked the white in the corner. So if the white can connect it more efficiently and have a better connection, it can be good. But actually, even this happen, I think you can just play it, because although your winning rate, yes, is not good to say, but your opponent's thought has been really strange, and it's some kind of disturbing your opponent. We can see that in the beginning, your opponent choose to block in this direction. What does he mean? He wants to do something in this side, because his direction is towards this side, right? He has a really great influence in the right side. But however, if he choose to, if after you stand here, he connect and you turn, although in the corner is not a benefit, but his direction has towards this side. That means he did not. That may not be what he expected, because we are human, we are not AI. Human's goal has a very important feature. It is like that we are always towards the same thing, the same goal. If 2 moves ago you choose a direction, then after the 2 moves you will not switch too rapidly. We human cannot switch our thoughts in such a short time, right? So I do not think this is a bad move, even if the AI will show us it's kind of like that, not good. If you do not believe it, I will just give you what the AI is thinking about. Okay, today is quite slow for the AI. You can see the black's winning rate is kind of like a little high here, right? But even if it is not a very high winning rate, you can see in here, it is not a very high winning rate, and you still have a lot of chance. And here the AI told us to go to this direction immediately, because now the black direction has turned to here, and that is quite strange because we human cannot switch our thoughts too rapidly, and such kind of switching, I do not think that's a good thing in your game, because the game of Go is also the battle of human's heart, human's mind, not only the winning rate. Okay, but still I will tell you what the AI told us the best move and what is actually the best move. Here we should hand here, and your opponent, if your opponent still connect, you can have a better connection. This shape is a better connection because in the future you'll see AI has give up to connect this stone with this stone, and he just go to extension here, right? Because this your connection is better, and if your opponent still to go to this kind of move, you can fight immediately, and it's a good fight, and you do not to worry about the corner anymore, and your winning rate is. This time, I guess this kind of winning rate is not bad, really not bad now. So you can see this fight is not good for him. That is just because your connection here is much more perfect. Okay, and then how about the fight? And that is also the reason why I do not recommend some players to play this, because when it go into the fight, it can sometimes be confusing, and I think sometimes does not worth it. For example, even if the AI has told us that this kind of connect does not have a good winning rate, but if he just connect, what do you have a 100% confidence to win the battle? And now the AI recommend to cut, but here remember that this cutting has a condition is that above the ladder, because if you cut and your opponent will stretch, that's quite important, and you will cramp here. That's very important because you can see these 4 black stones has only 2 liberties here, and the cramp is their only good way to shorten his liberty. And now there's a ladder here. Why the AI does not recommend this for black now? Because the ladder is good for white now. If the black can eat this white stone immediately, then the white cannot choose this variation. And apart from that, if this ladder is not good for white, the white can only play this attachment, this cramp. And if this happens, we can see the winning rate. That is quite close. Firstly, if the black choose to connect and the white just you know what, connect, we can see that the white has a small benefit compared to the original Joseki, because firstly the black wasted cool threat, and apart from that, in the future, maybe one day, if this happens and one day the black goes here, and in the future, this peep move is very good for black. After this peep move, you can see it is something, right? So you have sacrificed this kind of move. That's the reason why this exchange is good for white. However, even if this, I think the white has failed to punish the black, and the black is still okay. You can see the winning rate 47%. It's okay. And if not let to see the black can even stand here, and after the black stand there, it's still 1/3 winning rate, and it does not mean that you can just have a 100% confidence. It is quite complicated, and most of people will never prepare for this. And here the black will turn, and the white will connect. And the black have too many choices, like hand here, knight move here, and the tiger's mouth here. And each of them will have something to have something. For example, if the black can play this, and the white will cramp, obviously. And if the white can do this, it does not mean that the black will just go with the white. The black also has the choices to go here, because after the black go here, the white are not necessary to capture these 4 black stones. If If the white go here, there's the possibility that the black can go to tiger's mouth and Atari connect. We can see these 3 white stones are not quite good now, even if this group of black stones are also kind of strange, but it is not a 100% winning battle, I guess. Although the winning rate is something. So let's make the conclusion. After your opponent plays this kind of move, although the winning rate does not support this move, I support that. Firstly, it's kind of easy. Your opponent, and secondly, your opponent have a really great possibility to block here, because if someone can play this kind of move, it means he does not have a good level and a good understanding. This kind of connect or tiger's mouth move really needs a very good understanding in the corner. So my recommendation is to stand here. But if you hang here, it is also okay. But it can sometimes be a little complicated, and sometimes you will fail to punish your opponent. And most importantly, you also need to remember that if the ladder is not good for you, you cannot cut here. There is a ladder. After the black stretch, there is a ladder. If the ladder is good for black, then you maybe should not to cut here. And then here you can cut just because the ladder is good for white. So the AI shows that if you cut here, yeah, it's really good. And that's for today's video. Thank you for watching. And from today's topic, I really also want to share with one of my feeling. It is like that Game of Go is kind of human's battle. It's not only about the AI. And the AI's winning rate, yes, sometimes really guide us, and we really learn from the AI. But we are human. We need to battle our mind and heart with each other. So yeah, we cannot over dependent on AI, and we can have some own feeling about some moves. And that's today's video.